The next question is question number 1259 and has been asked by the Honourable Meshoe to the Acting Minister of Police. The question is whether the South African Police Service received a request from the Border Management Authority for certain powers that presently resides with the SAPS that must be handed over to them to make their work more effective. If not, what is the position in this regard? If so, which specific powers have been requested and by what date will the specified handover take place? I have been informed that the Deputy Minister will be answering questions on behalf of the Minister. The Honourable Deputy Minister.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. At the time of the deliberations of the establishment of the Border Management Authority, BMA, the transfer of certain powers and functions from the Minister of Police to the Minister of Home Affairs were requested. This included powers and functions in terms of the Explosive Act 1956, Act number 26 of 1956, the Firearms Control Act 2000, Act number 60 of 2000, and the Second-Hand Goods Act 2009, Act number 6 of 2009. It was argued that Section 97B of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, 1996, the Constitution, provides that the President, by proclamation, may transfer to a member of the Cabinet any power or functions entrusted by legislation to another member. The provision, therefore, authorized the transfer of power or functions from the Minister of Police to the Minister of Home Affairs. Legal advice obtained by SAPS, it concluded that the relevant powers and functions set out in the particular legislation could not be transferred. It was based on the fact that the legislation confers power upon and assign functions to members of the South African Police Services, SAPS, and not to the Minister of Police. Section 97 does not authorize the transfer of powers and functions from an official, that is police official, to a minister, that is the Minister of Home Affairs, only from one minister to another minister. Most recently, the BMA requested the transfer of power conferred upon a member of the SAPS in terms of Section 13(6) of the South African Police Service Act 1995, Act number 68 of 1995, to the Minister of Home Affairs. However, this request could not be agreed to based on the same legal interpretation. Thank you very much, Honourable Deputy Speaker.
The first supplementary question will be asked by the Honourable Meshoe.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. If no powers can be transferred to BMA and they are expected to ensure that our borders that are leaking stop leaking, what is the advantage of having BMA with no powers that the SAPS has? Why does the SAPS ensure that the borders are sealed and we do not have the foreign nationals coming into the country as if we don't have borders? Because they don't have powers, and the legislation, as you are saying, is not allowing anybody to transfer powers to the BMA. Thank you.
The Honourable Deputy Minister.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. The BMA is working together with the South African Police Service and also the South African Defence Force. And they've been working together even before it was formed. When it was launched in Musina, fortunately, I was there, and in terms of what could be done. So from the police side, we don't have the resources actually to transfer to BMA at the moment. And we are helping them to be able to get that resources from CARA so that they can be able to do their work. Until they are fully resourced, we will not withdraw any powers or anybody from the border. We'll make sure that we work hand in hand with them to make sure that our borders are safe. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.